Hello and welcome to this CrowdProperty funding opportunity looking at Plot 5, Hardwick Hill Lane, Little Hervells Court in Chepstow, NP16 5FF. Now, CrowdProperty is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. CrowdProperty is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under permission number 723959. CrowdProperty is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loans you make, and just like all peer-to-peer lending, your capital is at risk. CrowdProperty endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means that in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, CrowdProperty will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. So this project, number 5 Little Hervells Court in Monmouth, Chepstow, NP165FF, is less than 20 miles to the north of Bristol and it's situated in South Wales. The site originally comprised a Grade 2 listed Georgian property that had a large garden. Now the garden has subsequently been split to form 5 properties known as numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Little Hervells Court. The borrower has already completed the conversion of the existing barn, which is number 4, and the construction of a new detached property, number 2. CrowdProperty has a first charge over number 1 and 3 as part of a separate loan agreement with this borrower. Now this project will comprise of a separate first charge over just Plot 5 only. The property has detailed planning consent granted for the construction of a sustainable low-energy eco-house with landscaping and surface car parking. The loan amount is for £325,000, with the initial loan-to-value being 59.01%. The amount owed at the exit based on the gross development value is 64.8%. The RICS valuation of the existing site is £161,000. And the RICS estimated gross development value is £577,000. Lenders will receive 8% per annum interest, and the security is it will have a first charge security. So let me tell you more about the area. Chepstow itself in Monmouthshire is situated in the south of Wales with a population of about 12,350 people. Plot 5 is a 10-minute walk from Chepstow town centre that has the usual amenities such as the M&S food hall, various banks like HSBC, Costa Coffee's there, and also Chepstow Library. The site is immediately accessible to the A48 both in and out of the town, to the High Beach roundabout, and thereafter onto the M48 and the national motorway network that is beyond. The tolls of the Severn Bridge, they stopped in December 2018. Now that used to cost about £35 a week or so for the average motor vehicle travelling to and from over that bridge. So without that being there, that means that it's opened up the South Wales to lots of people commuting in from Bristol. And being less than 45 minutes drive from Cardiff, Newport and Bristol, Chepstow is an ideal commuter area for those conurbations. So planning permission was granted by Monmouthshire County Council. Their planning reference number is DC/2017/00623, where permission was granted for the construction of a single sustainable low energy eco house. The maximum loan term here is 18 months. The loan is targeted to start on the 2nd of August 2019, with this project being first charge secured. The exit strategy is that the borrower intends to sell the property upon completion of the building works. Here's the location plan for you here. So that's there where Chepstow is with the CrowdProperty flag, not too far from Cardiff here. This is the M4 which comes across the river crossing here. There's the Severn estuary just comes up here. And there's a river crossing just here which brings you in towards Bristol, access to the M5 and the M4. Looking sort of closer into Chepstow town centre, this is where it's positioned in the middle of the town, not too far away from the Chepstow Castle and also the River Wye, which just winds its way through the town just there. So this site located on Hardwick Hill in a predominantly residential area. It's the heart of Chepstow and a short 10-minute walk from Chepstow town centre. The historic Chepstow Castle is about 5 minutes walk from the site, with the River Wye situated nearby as well. Other things nearby, well, Bristol city centre is only 18 miles away. Access to the M4, that Severn Bridge crossing, is 3 miles. Piercefield Park is about a mile away, with Chepstow Leisure Centre being about a mile as well. Chepstow Community Hospital just over half a mile, as is Chepstow Museum, and a couple of some schools around about. The RC Primary is 0.2 miles, and the Catholic Church 0.1 mile. And another place of interest is Chepstow Racecourse. That's about a 5-minute drive from this site. So this proposed development, on the right hand side you can see photos of it there. They're computer generated images. The development will comprise of a single detached eco house. The lower ground floor has an inner hall with a lounge, kitchen and dining area and a utility. The approximate floor area is 1,044 square feet. Now on the upper ground floor is where the front door is, so consequently that's where the reception hall is. Then that leads on to a master bedroom that has an ensuite. There's a guest bedroom with an ensuite, more bedrooms, a family bathroom, an approximate floor area of 785 square feet, with the total floor area being 1,829 square feet. Here's another look at the proposed site plan. Triangular in shape. You can see on the left hand side there how the vehicles will turn into there. There's no garage, but there is plans to maybe build that later, although that's not yet got planning permission. But you can see on the right hand side there the computer generated image showing that the roof is going to have a grass on the top of it, a slow growing grass. As you come down the hill, that's what you'll see at the top of the roof of this property, so that people won't necessarily know that it's a property there. But because it's on a hill, then it's on the story where you will come in. Let me show you that. Here's the elevation. So on the right hand side, that looks at the front of the property, where you access it on the front door. On the left hand side is the back of the property, which shows the bedrooms on the top. And then downstairs is where the lounge is going to be on the left hand side, and the kitchen area on the right hand side. Looking from both sides, here's then the side view. This is the north elevation and the south elevation, looking at it, where you come in of course on the top, because the ground does slope on here. And here's the floor plans for you. So as you come in then through the front door, which is here on the first floor, it takes you into the 3 bedrooms. Now, the developer is going to slightly alter this. He doesn't need planning permission to do so, but he does know he can make this into 4 bedrooms with a double ensuite and a family bathroom. So he's looking to do that. But he's certainly got planning at the moment for 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. And then as you come in, you then will go downstairs, which then takes you into this area, which leads into the lounge, which takes you out into the back garden, and then through into the kitchen dining room, which does have a utility area just off it, and again out into the back garden. So let's look at the project financials and the proposed loan. So the raise we're looking to have on this particular launch, please, is £325,000. The RICS verified current market value is £161,000, and the verified total gross development value is £577,000, again verified by RICS. The estimated conversion costs are £325,000. The amount that the initial day one drawdown is going to be £95,000, and then the remaining loan will be drawn in stages upon the completion of the independent monitoring surveyor's inspections. The initial loan to value then being 59%. The loan based on the gross development value, excluding the rolled up interest, is 56.3%, and then the amount owed at the exit based on the gross development value when you include the rolled up interest is 64.8%. The minimum loan period is 6 months, the maximum loan period is 18 months, and the loan is targeted to commence on the 2nd of August 2019. So here's how those loan to values work out. It's based on the 95,000 divided by the 161,000, which is the current market value. The amount owed at the exit based on the gross development value is the 325,000 divided by the 577,000. And then when you include the interest, that then gets the amount owed at the exit based on the gross development value, with the interest being the 64.8% loan to value figure. Remember, the exit strategy is that the borrower intends to sell upon completion. The lenders will receive 8% per annum interest paid at the end of the project. It's secured with a first charge security against the property. Just to help the lenders, the borrower was telling me earlier that they are also potentially got buy-to-let mortgages lined up as well, so that will also help to repay the crowd by having a plan B if they haven't been able to sell it. But they are very aware that they are going to sell the property, but they've just got another exit there to give security to people who are loaning against this project. Let me then introduce you to the borrower. It's owned by Adam Vare in his own name, and Adam's professional career began in his family construction business, where for 14 years he covered many aspects of the building industry. Adam went on to complete his own carpentry contracts for national house builders such as David McLean's, Bovis Homes, Wilcon Homes, and he learned how these firms costed the labour, the materials on new build residential homes. He then continued his career by setting up his own company, where he completed his first new build property in 1998, which was a detached 4-bedroom property. Over the next 18 years, Adam went on to build out over 50 homes and apartments. That's in the Monmouthshire area. And back in 2013, Adam completed the barn conversion, which is number 4 Little Hervells Court. Costs for this conversion were £160,000. Total GDV £290,000, and he's since gone on to complete number 2 Little Hervells Court, which was a show home for numbers 1, 3 and 5 Little Hervells Court as well. So he's currently working on plots 1 and 3 Little Hervells Court. They form part of a separate CrowdProperty loan. Number 3 is now wind and watertight, having also completed the first fixed carpentry, plumbing and electrics. The property has also been plasterboarded in preparation for the final stages of decoration. Over the next 8 weeks, Adam intends to progress with the second fixed aspect of the build, followed by the foul and stormwater drainage. As the scaffolding has now been removed, the marketing process will also begin within the next 12 weeks. Plot 1 is at first fix stage, with the roof expected to reach completion week commencing the 29th of July 2019. Both properties will then be wind and watertight. The scaffolding is up ahead of the rendering of the external walls, and the garage associated to the development is watertight. You can see that on the bottom left image of those 4 pictures on your screen right now. Here's a case study for you. This is Adam completed number 2 Little Hervells Court. This is the one that's being used as a show home. He built this property over the course of 8 months. He then went on to title split and remortgage the property. Began in September 2017, completed June 2018, with a GDV of £700,000. The build cost £340,000, land value £150,000. So the fees of £30,000 means profit of £180,000. And then here's a case study of another development that he did, number 1 to 4 Timperleys, Wells Street in Chepstow. Site started in 2009, completed 2012. With a gross development value of £1.23 million, the build cost of £750,000, the land was bought for £200,000, meaning profit of £275,000. So your next steps then please are to make sure that you understand this loan, and please carry out your own due diligence both on the developer and on this particular site, which is 5 Hardwick Hill Lane, Little Hervells Court in Chepstow, NP16 5FF. Decide how much you would like to lend. We're looking for a raise, please, of £325,000, and that ranges from a minimum of £500 pledge right through to the full amount of £325,000. The website is the place to be, crowdproperty.com on launch. The launch is going to be Friday the 19th of July at 10 o'clock in the morning. You can preview it prior to that launch at 10 AM, but it will automatically go live at 10 o'clock in the morning, so please refresh your screen to make sure that you can access it, and then you can pledge as much as you want to do. People successfully pledging, CrowdProperty will carry out the necessary anti-money laundering checks, and then you'll be invited to send your funds into your very own e-wallet when it's called for, and you'll start earning interest on completion of the loan agreement. So thank you for watching this webinar. I hope you're able to help us to raise this £325,000, please, on plot 5 Little Hervells Court in Chepstow, NP16 5FF. Thank you for watching this webinar, and I look forward to you joining us soon on another CrowdProperty funding opportunity in the not too distant future. In the meantime, bye for now.